Well, there's been international condemnation of the Egyptian government over what the US calls the concerted campaign to intimidate foreign reporters there. There are also unconfirmed reports tonight. The Americans are discussing a plan with Egyptian officials for Mubarak to quit now and turn power over to a transitional government.
Embroiled in the chaos on the streets of Cairo, CNN reporter Anderson Cooper.
I've been hit now like 10 times.
He was hardly alone. Two other American reporters were detained overnight, Britain claiming internet and mobile networks had been interfered with. Journalist groups say such intimidation and beatings are a case of demonising an international media corps seen as amplifying the protests.
Et à ce qu'on voit à l'heure actuelle, ce sont des actes de vengeance contre les journalistes qui sont assimilés, qui sont rendus responsables de la situation actuelle et assimilés aussi au camp de protestation contre le régime actuel.
The attacks on foreign media have given fresh ammunition to international condemnation of Egyptian authorities.
This is outrageous and totally unacceptable. It must stop now.
From Spain, Germany, Italy, Britain and France, a joint statement of reproach as the US, citing a concerted campaign of intimidation, put responsibility for journalists' safety squarely onto Egyptian authorities.
The Egyptian government must demonstrate its willingness to ensure journalists' ability to report on these events to the people of Egypt and to the world.
As Egyptians outside their embassy in Beirut voiced their demands for President Mubarak's immediate departure, in the US, a national prayer breakfast could have only one theme.
And we pray that the violence in Egypt will end and that the rights and aspirations of the Egyptian people will be realized.
But behind the scenes, it seems pragmatic brokering is going on. The New York Times reports that Washington is discussing with Egyptian officials a plan for Mr. Mubarak to quit immediately, turning over power to a transitional government led by Vice President Suleiman and backed by the military. A broad range of opposition groups, including the banned Muslim Brotherhood, would be invited to help open up Egypt's electoral system with a view to fair elections in September. Responding to the reports, a White House spokesman only repeated public calls for an orderly transition. Beyond that, the spokesman said it'll keep its advice private. Rena Saran-Pyatt, World News, Australia.
And go to our website for more first-hand accounts of what's been happening on the ground in Cairo from SBS senior correspondent Brian Thompson.